Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander.
And welcome to another episode of our card spotlight series in which I highlight a card that I think should see more play in Commander. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Shelob Dreadweaver for 3 colorless and 1 black. It's a legendary creature, Spider Demon, 3/3, with whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, exile it, 2 colorless, 1 black, put a creature card exiled with Shelob Dreadweaver into its owner's graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on Shelob, draw a card, and X colorless, 1 black, put target creature card with mana value X exiled with Shelob onto the battlefield tapped under your control. This is an incredibly cool card that I've been really excited about since it was spoiled. I somehow neglected to put it into my Shelob Child of Ungoliant deck because I had an absolute brain fart, but this is an incredibly cool black commander, and honestly, even if it only had the first line of text, that would still make it a pretty good card in a lot of decks, but obviously there's a lot more going on with this card. Exiling creatures opponents control when they die is actually very powerful because it bypasses all of the death triggers that they may have, which is an incredibly useful tool to have. It also means that they're not going to be able to reanimate them further down the line or return them to their hand with a regrowth effect, so it does a lot of work. These effects are usually very powerful, and I expect this to be so as well, particularly since you can get it from the command zone. But where it really starts getting interesting is that you can process the cards that have been exiled, which is beautiful flavor to be honest, and once you do, they're going to get put into their owner's graveyard, but you're going to get to draw a card and grow your Shelob every time you do that, which is really powerful. The coolest ability of all, however, is that you don't actually need to process them and put them into the graveyard. Instead, you can just straight up put them onto the battlefield under your control. That's really cool, and it means that your removal spells can kind of turn into just card advantage and stealing creatures down the line. The fact that you can do it at instant speed as well is awesome. If somebody tries to remove your Shelob and you have a ton of mana, and why wouldn't you, because you're playing mono black, which means you're going to have access to Cabal Coffers and stuff, then in response to that removal, you can kill their creature with a kill spell and then exile it and immediately put it into play under your control. So it just allows for really powerful reactive play. The creature that you're putting into play does come in tapped, which is a good thing because honestly this would be really obnoxious to play against otherwise, since you could never really attack into it for fear of them suddenly reanimating a creature and blocking you with it. That does balance it a little bit, but it's still an incredibly powerful effect, and you're not paying too much of a premium. You're paying 2 mana extra on top of what the creature would already cost. That's reasonable, and again, black decks have a million ways to make a lot of mana. Because of all this, I really like this card, not just as a commander, but in the 99 of decks too. I think that first ability is already good enough to get it into the 99 of decks, and you don't actually ever need to use the third ability. Just using the second one to grow it and draw some cards is probably going to be good enough in a lot of black decks. So I'm excited to give this a try in different decks and see how it plays out. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!